Welcome to the UCSB EAP presentation for 2022-2023 Study Abroad programs in Korea. During this session, you will learn about the study abroad opportunities available to you in South Korea. My name is Megan Pankratz. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the Regional Advisor for Korea in the UCSB EAP office. UCEAP has partnerships with the three most prestigious SKY universities in Korea: Seoul National University, Korea University, and Yonsei University. All of them are located in the capital city of Seoul. First up is the Seoul National University, or SNU program. This is a new program. Our first cohort of students are actually there right now. Applicants must meet and maintain a cumulative 2.85 GPA to be eligible for this program. The program is open to sophomores, juniors, and seniors. The fall semester programs in Korea will begin earlier in the summer, but end in time for you to be back for winter quarter at UCSB. If you participate in a spring program in Korea, you will miss both winter and spring quarters at UCSB. SNU is Korea's #1 public university located in the southern part of Seoul. SNU's campus is hilly and large and near the mountains. At SNU, you can take classes alongside local and international students in a wide range of disciplines. The majority of courses are taught in Korean, but each college and department offers a number of courses taught in English. Of particular note are the highly ranked departments of life sciences, computer science, engineering, math, and physics. Business and computer science are popular fields, so it can be difficult to get into those departments. Korean language courses at beginning, intermediate, and advanced levels are available, but typically only one section for each level is offered per semester, and enrollment is competitive. If your focus abroad is on Korean language study, I would not recommend this program. Students can live in an on-campus dorm, one of which is brand new, having just opened in 2019, or have the option to set up a homestay. Internships for UCEAP students are not possible on this program. All of our immersion programs in Korea are impacted with a limited number of spaces. For SNU, there are only 2 spaces for UCSB students in the fall and 2 spaces in the spring. Let's now hear from Byul, a student from Seoul National University who is currently studying at UCSB.
Hi everyone. My name is Byul and I'm an exchange student from Seoul National University, and my major in my home university is fashion. Yeah, and today I'm here to talk about my home university, SNU. As you can see in the photos, SNU is one of the most beautiful university in Korea. The size of SNU campus is a little bit larger than UCSB, but the buildings of related majors such as music, art, and performance like that are just right next to each other. So the class buildings were like within walking distance. So when I first came to UCSB, one of the most surprising things was that everybody was riding a bike or skateboard, because in SNU, usually many different department buildings are really close by. So I don't really need to use bicycle, skateboard, etc. And students and people in SNU are really friendly and welcoming. There is one club named SNU Buddies. It is an organization that intended to help international students to fit in SNU, so they can help them to get to know Korean culture. And when you have some problems, they can help to solve those problems. And they also hold many events. One of the events I've been to is International Food Festival. International students made their own traditional foods with SNU Buddies, and they sell those. I've been there before COVID, and I was able to meet many international students and tried a lot of traditional food, and it was a really nice experience. And I think it is one of the most popular events in SNU. As I mentioned, walking around the campus is totally fine. However, when you want to go out of campus and like traveling Seoul, it is quite far to walk from school to the subway station. So I would recommend to take the school shuttle bus. It is free and it runs quite often. So you can take it in the middle of the campus and it will drop you off right in front of station. So I think this is the best way to go out of campus and visit other places in Seoul, such as Hongdae, Gangnam, and what you've seen the video before. Yeah, and in SNU, class sizes are really diverse. So if you want to interact with other students, I would recommend taking the small size classes or the classes which has group projects, because many students in SNU tend to really work hard in group activity. So I think it will be a great chance to make friends and be connected. Also, professors are really experts in their fields and very passionate. So if you want to interact with them, or if you have any kinds of questions, it is totally fine to ask them for the office hours or meeting. And I believe that they will support you as much as you want. And also, as Megan mentioned, the number of English conducted classes is keep increasing. So, and they offer English classes in various majors. So I think you will have a wide range of choice when you choose the classes. Because of COVID, it is quite hard to say that there will be a lot of events and activities. However, there are still some activities or clubs you can join in. So I think SNU Body is one of the most suitable club for the exchange students. And I asked one of my friends who was in SNU Bodies. She told me that when the exchange students arrive at SNU, they will get an email about joining that club. So if you come to SNU, I will recommend you to actively participate in this club. And lastly, I have never lived in a dorm before, so I don't know detailed information about it. I feel sorry for this, but the location of the dorm is within a walking distance to a class building. And I also asked one of my friends who lived in a dorm, and he told me that the facilities are really good, so I think you don't have to worry about the dorm. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to contact me. And I would also like to introduce the YouTube channel SNU OIA, which has a lot of information about SNU. And it was really hard to describe how beautiful SNU campus is and how fun living in Seoul is. So I hope you guys can come and experience it yourself. And so thank you for listening.
All right, next we have the Korea University, or KU program. This is a brand new program. The first cohort of UCEAP students are scheduled to go this spring. Applicants must meet and maintain a cumulative 2.5 GPA to be eligible. This is the lowest GPA requirement of the Korean immersion programs. The program is open to students with sophomore, junior, and senior class standing, as well as to graduate students. But please note that students must have completed at least 3 quarters at the time of nomination. And transfer and graduate students must have completed at least one of those quarters at UCSB before being nominated. Korea Universities offers hundreds of undergraduate courses taught in English every semester, including a broad range of courses in business administration, engineering, biological sciences, health sciences, and international studies. KU is well known for business administration and international studies in particular. It's actually the top business program in Korea and top 5 within Asia. At the Korean University Business School, nearly 70% of courses are taught in English, and the school is open to all majors. If you're interested in taking business classes, KU would be a good choice. Their business classes aren't restricted to business majors like the other 2 Korean partner universities. UC students can't take courses in medicine, nursing, pharmacy, law, teacher education, information security, art, or design at KU. Students can live in on-campus dorms or off-campus in a homestay or hostel. Like SNU, internships aren't possible in this program. But also like SNU, KU offers a Korea University Buddy Assist program, which matches local Korean students with international students. A buddy can help you adjust to life at Korea University and get involved. There are only 6 total spots for the fall and year and 6 spots for spring. UCEAP system-wide staff was able to visit the Korea University campus. Some of their photos are on this slide, and they had the following impressions. They loved the accessibility of the location with a big clean metro stop at both ends of campus. The buildings were clean and new with lots of nice space for students to gather and study, including the study pods you see in the top right photo. And it was a nice sized campus with lots of restaurants near the metro stop. It was very walkable and easy to get to one part to the other. Next, we have the programs offered at Yonsei University. First, we have the fall, spring, and year options at Yonsei. Applicants must meet and maintain a cumulative 2.85 GPA to be eligible for this program. This program is open to students with sophomore, junior, and senior class standing, as well as to graduate students. But please note that students must have completed at least 3 quarters at the time of nomination. Transfer and graduate students must have completed at least 2 of those quarters at UCSB before being nominated. Yonsei University offers courses in English and business, economics, computer science, engineering, history, communications, art, history, literature, philosophy, political science, and sociology. Particularly strong courses are available in Asian studies and Korean language and literature, as well as unique courses related to North Korea. There are very few, if any, English taught courses in the biological or physical sciences. If you're fluent in Korean, you may be able to enroll in Yonsei University courses taught in Korean with the approval of the instructor. There are different types of classes available. There's regular university coursework, Underwood International College coursework with the approval of the instructor. These classes are meant for degree-seeking international students, but students have been able to take some of these in the past. And the Office of International Affairs, or IEE courses, designed specifically for exchange students. You can find these courses under Study Abroad courses in the Yonsei course catalog. When searching for courses, please note that the fall semester is considered second semester, and spring semester is considered first semester, and that goes for SNU as well. Korean language study is available on this program. The Study Center also arranges activities to help improve students' language skills, including a Korean language speaking club and a language exchange buddy program. Internships are possible on this program. Volunteer opportunities are also available. Past students have volunteered at a children's hospital or taught English to North Korean refugees. Students have the option of 2 on-campus housing choices at Yonsei University: International House, or iHouse, and SK Global House. Students can also arrange their own off-campus accommodation. Please note that if you apply for on-campus housing, the housing payment is due before financial aid is dispersed, so start saving and plan accordingly. There are only 28 total spots for fall and year and 28 spots for spring. Last year, to give you an idea, I received over 40 fall and year applications. It's a very popular program. Last, we have the Yonsei University Summer Program, previously known as Seoul Summer. Applicants must meet and maintain a cumulative 2.0 GPA to be eligible. UCEAP students participate in the 6-week program. The 4-week program is not an option. Students enroll in 2 or 3 courses from a list of around 100 courses taught in English in many subjects, including arts and humanities, Korean and East Asian studies, business and economics, social sciences, and science and technology. Korean language study is also available. The Yonsei International Summer School, or YISS, has a summer internship program that offers corporate and research internships for academic credit. Internships in a variety of fields such as information technology, marketing, business, public relations, and more may be possible. Opportunities are limited and highly competitive. Nearly all internships require you to be fluent in Korean, but the language expectation does vary by placement. If you participate in an internship, you may only enroll in 1 additional course. To arrange an internship, you must apply to the internship program separately and by the Yonsei International Summer School deadline. Before registering for courses, but after the UCEAP withdrawal deadline, you will be informed if you were accepted into the internship program or not. Housing options are the same as the Yonsei University program during the academic year, so on-campus dorm or arranging your own off-campus housing. This program does not have a limited number of spaces, and it's very popular with hundreds of UC students participating every summer. Let's now hear from Brandon, who participated in the Yonsei University summer and year-long program.
Hi, my name is Brandon. I'm a fourth-year global studies major, and I studied abroad at Yonsei University at Korea. Studying abroad in Korea, one difference was that the students were obviously Korean in my classroom. So even though we all spoke English together, definitely the cultural vibe was different. Students are a little bit more reserved, but they're also a lot easier to get close to. So in terms of making friends, it was kind of a new dynamic, but nonetheless still fun. I would describe Seoul as being kind of the opposite of Santa Barbara, whereas Santa Barbara is it's a very nice environment, very nice. There's a lot of trees, a lot of grass, beaches, but there isn't a whole lot to do in the city. And Seoul is quite the opposite. It's a concrete jungle, but it's so fast-paced. There's a million things to do. There's never a dull moment. You can go from dinner to karaoke, and the fun never ends, basically. There were 2 school festivals throughout the year. The first one is called Yeonggojjeon, which is like a very big sporting event. It's Yonsei University versus Korea University. They basically go at it at a sporting event with like hockey, football, like soccer, and then baseball, and then something else. And then in the spring, we have an event called Akaraka, which is like a K-pop concert which comes to our school. So imagine, like your favorite artist coming to your school, performing for you, and ticket cost is like very cheap as well. While I was at Yonsei University, I took part in 2 clubs. One was a Catholic club and one was a martial arts club. So both of those clubs, we had fun after parties. We spent a lot of time together. Sometimes we would just like kind of chill in our club rooms, which is kind of a unique thing in Korean culture. So we just had a lot of fun, got to know each other, and it definitely helped me improve my language as well. One advice I would give to people who want to go to Korea for study abroad or really go anywhere is just be adventurous. Wherever you go, it's going to be a new environment. Things won't make sense at first, but even if you don't speak the language, even if you don't really know how to get around, I would just say just go for it, make some friends who live there, and just try something new, try something that you wouldn't normally do. Because the point of being abroad is to get out of your comfort zone and essentially learn something.
You can find the UCEAP Korea Yonsei Study Center on Instagram at UCEAP_Korea. You can also check out our UCSB EAP blog for more gauchos experiences studying abroad in Korea. As SNU and KU are new programs, we currently only have blog posts from Yonsei University participants. If you are of Korean nationality, if one or more of your parents were born in Korea, there are important considerations for this program. You will be treated as a Korean citizen by the Korean consulate and will need to contact them regarding obtaining the proper visa to enter Korea. If you are a male, you can be held to South Korea's military service requirement. Please contact the consulate for more information. Financial aid, and that's loans, grants, scholarships, travels with you. Your financial aid is repackaged according to the overall estimated cost of your program. Be sure to get an estimate of what your personal financial aid package could look like for your term abroad by using the EAP calculator or contacting finaideap@sa.ucsb.edu. We recommend applying to as many study abroad scholarships as you're eligible for. There are UCEAP specific scholarships, UCSB EAP specific scholarships, and national scholarships. There are Asia specific scholarships too. To learn more about finances and scholarship opportunities, I encourage you to attend one of our cost and scholarship info sessions held on Fridays at 3 p.m. One UCSB EAP specific scholarship is the FREEMAN Internship Scholarship. If you're interested in interning for UC credit while at Yonsei University, you should definitely apply to this scholarship. More and more internship opportunities in English are becoming available, but the majority still require Korean language fluency. Korea FREEMAN interns are expected to intern for 20 hours a week, and the internship can replace up to 2 courses. I've included photos from past Korea FREEMAN scholars on this slide. So on the bottom left is a photo from Antonella, who interned for a startup jewelry company. The next photo over features Julia, pictured in the center, who interned with Channel A 24-hour cable television station. The third photo from the left features Vivian, who interned with a financial technology startup in Korea. She studied abroad for the entire year, but didn't feel her language skills were up to par yet. So she really spent the fall semester focusing on improving her Korean language skills, and then secured her internship in the spring and applied for the Freeman Internship Scholarship for the spring. The bottom right photo is of an article Michelle wrote for SeoulSync, a startup media publication company. No matter which program you decide to apply to, you will have to submit an academic planning form. Please know, like the title of the form suggests, this is strictly for planning purposes. It's not your official registration. To help fill out classes you're interested in taking abroad, visit the Academics tab of the program page on the UCEAP website. Scroll down and under Catalogs and Resources, you'll find links to the host university's websites and course catalogs. You can also use the Gaucho Credit Abroad database to see what classes UCSB students have taken at Yonsei University for major, minor, and GE credit, and what UCSB requirements they fulfilled. As SNU and KU are new, we don't yet have data for those two universities, but it will be added once our students come back and petition for classes. All of your units taken abroad will automatically transfer and appear on your UCSB transcript, as will your grades that will factor into your UC GPA. But it can take time. It can take up to 90 days after your program end date for them to appear in gold. So with that, your class standing and prerequisite status will remain the same as your pre-departure standing and status until your UCEAP grades are processed. Units will automatically transfer, as I just mentioned, but if you're wanting to apply your coursework abroad towards UCSB major, minor, or GE requirements, you must wait until your grades are posted and then petition for them to count through your major or minor department or college. If you haven't already, you'll want to narrow down your program choice. Once you decide on a program, you can start the application process. If you don't have a valid passport or yours is expiring soon, be sure to apply for one or get it renewed. Due to COVID-19, there have been major delays in passport processing, and it can take up to 11 weeks to get one. We have one more application workshop this quarter, and we'll be hosting more during winter quarter. Register on Shoreline as space is limited. We are open and located in South Hall 2431. You can choose to meet with us in person, via Zoom, or over the phone. Visit our Contact Us page to sign up to meet with our peer advisors and click on Staff to make an appointment with me if you have more program-specific questions. This concludes the presentation.